Alright, so here's a video about our expenses section. We've done part-time job, we know that. We've put that information into our income section with a couple of other things, and now we're looking at expenses. This is not the expenses for the trip, this is expenses for your living expenses while you're saving money to go on the trip. Normal things that people would pay for. Remember, you're not you at this point. You're thinking in terms of a uni student who's maybe in their second or third year. You may choose for this person to live at home. That makes life a little bit easier. You don't have rent on here then. But if that's the case, you've got to remember you're still going to have things like your mum and dad's probably not paying for your phone or your transport. That might be public transport, or maybe your car with fuel and car payments and servicing and registration and stuff. Your food, absolutely. You're going to have to start buying your own food. Entertainment. Entertainment can be things like, do you go out with your friends to go and do things? Do you go out for dinners? Do you go out to the movies? Whatever it is you might do. Medical insurance, you might be paying for that. We're going to put a few things in here. So I recommend anywhere no less than 5 items in this list. Maybe if you can think of a few others, you can go for 8. What you want to do is list them down here just like we did with income. So it looks very similar to the income table, but we're going to put the values in as we see them. So with my phone, I don't pay for that weekly, I don't pay for it fortnightly, I don't pay for it yearly, I pay a monthly phone bill. And I know that my phone bill is $35 a month, so I'm going to put that in there. Now, if it's $35 a month, I can now work out the weekly, fortnightly, yearly, and the amount that it will cost me in total up until the flight as well. So what I'll do is I'll take my monthly amount, and I'll multiply that by 12 to get a year. So I do equals in the yearly one, go monthly times 12, and it'll give me $420 per year. Okay, and if it's $420 per year, to get weekly, I go divide my year. I could just divide it by 52 if you like, that's close, but it's not quite accurate. I'm going to divide by 365, and then multiply by 7. So dividing by 365 gives me a day, multiply by 7 gives me a week, and I know that it's $8.05 a week. Or fortnightly, it's just a week times 2. And it gives me that. So I can do that. Now up until the flight, you might remember from the last video that up until the flight, it's a certain number of weeks from the time that I earn money until I go. So let's have a look. Up until the flight, it was a week times 24. There were 24 weeks up until my flight. So from here I'm going to go back to expenses, and I'm going to do the same thing. Equals $8.05 times 24 weeks, and that should give me a total $193.32. Problem is that's not quite accurate. I pay my phone bill monthly, so what I'm going to think of is how many months have passed. So I'm not going to do the times 24, even though you might do that for other ones. I'm going to do it monthly. So how many months pass? Well, from the 1st of July, that's 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, and I'm into my 6th month when I leave. I'm going to leave somewhere around the 21st, 22nd. I think I said 22nd on my last one. So I'm going to take monthly and multiply it by 5, and I pay $175 worth of a phone bill up until I go on my flight. You can do the same thing for transport costs, food costs, entertainment costs, medical insurance costs. I can tell you transport costs is probably going to be weekly. Let's just estimate. Let's say I spend $20 a week on the bus. Food, I might spend, I don't know, $80 a week on food. Entertainment, let's call it $100 because you guys are all party animals. And medical insurance is monthly, let's call that $70 a month. There's some examples, and I would take those numbers and then figure out the monthly, yearly values based on that, as well as my up until my flight values based on those. That's just an example of what you might have. Ultimately, at the end, you're going to have a total as well. Don't forget, total should always be that. Total down the bottom is always just auto sum, and it will add the things above it, and it tells me how much I pay per week in expenses. And that's how we get our expenses.